everybody, welcome back to Rach and Bella Crafts. Rachel here, hope you're all well. My goodness, it seems like ages ago since I actually got on to do a video. In fact, it was 2 weeks ago today I last filmed my video, so I am so sorry for just disappearing off grid. We had that amazing collaboration and then just like disappeared. Well, no, I've actually been super busy. I've been moving two of my boys to university, separate universities. They're like 3 hours apart as well. So I'm still tired. It's been crazy manic, but it's been amazing. It's good. It's all good stuff. But I am sorry because I did kind of like just fall off grid. I did actually have your freebies ready for you for last Sunday's video. And I just couldn't get the video done. There were just no words. Have you ever been like that? You need to just do something. I just didn't have any words to sit and talk to you all. But no, it's really nice to be back today. So I have got something really exciting to share with you. So if you remember, sorry, let me just pull my chin in a bit. I'm like a mile away from the desk here. If you recall in my last video, maybe the one before that, I mentioned that I was doing Give Back September 23. And part of my Give Back September 23, I want to be able to support and endorse other channels and other designers. Now, I was approached about 8 weeks ago by Natalie from LineDotArrow, and she very kindly invited me along to her collaboration that she's running this month. So if you haven't yet come across it, it is the hashtag Final Days of Summer, and it is a collaboration with two beautiful kits designed by Natalie at LineDotArrow and Suzanne at NonstopPapercrafts. So this is, I'm going to just quickly show you this here. This is their kind of joint logo for the event, Final Days of Summer, and it is hashtag Final Days of Summer. Okay, so if you haven't yet checked it out, please go check it out. There is 2 kits for sale. Half of it is on the LineDotArrow. You guys know how this works. I've done this a couple of times with people. So you know how it works. There'll be half the kit on LineDotArrow's Etsy page and half the kit on NonstopPapercrafts page. I will do a quick ticker through now to show you the kit because I did print it all off, but I've used it. I am going to think to reprint it, so I'm going to just quickly flick it across the screen for you all to see both of their kits because they are gorgeous, and then you can come back to me. Aren't they amazing? Well, do you know what? I was so excited when the girls sent me the kit and asked me to do a video for them because we were about to go away. As many of you know, we recently went up to Newcastle. Oh my goodness, what a gorgeous place for the weekend because Shaw was running in the Great North Run. And before I go any further, can I just say a huge, massive thank you to everybody that sponsored him and made a donation to the pancreatic cancer website. And I have got your list of names. And if you come back tomorrow, I will be doing the draw for the journal. Let me show you this one here, which was going to be given as a gift to one of the people who donated. And also there is a prize for everybody who, well, not a prize, a gift for everyone who did donate by the choice of a kit from our shop. So please come back tomorrow, we'll talk about that then, but today I really want to focus on this beautiful kit. So we went away and I said to Natalie, oh my gosh, this is amazing timing because I'm now going to make myself a travel journal because it is all about travel, really. It's kind of, it's a summer kit, but it's also kind of all about your holidays. It's lovely. I mean, look, this is one of the pages here. The The graphics are just beautiful. So I did just that. I literally had an hour the day before we went away, and I just thought, I'm not going to make a big deal of this. I'm going to just throw this journal together like I know I can without overthinking it. So I went into my box, saw what 12 by 12s I had. Thankfully had this gorgeous cover. Well, it wasn't a cover, I made the cover. It was a piece of 12 by 12 by who made this? Stamperia. Sorry, I was just looking then thinking, where's that writing coming on? That's my handwriting, but I wrote it on the back. But anyway, so yeah, I made a quick cover. I've put some little corners on there because I knew it was going to be shoved in and out my bag on the train. I did a quick bit of stitching around it, and then I put 2 signatures in with some elastic, because then that would give me options to take it in and out as and when I needed to. But as you can see, she is stuffed through to the gills. So I'm going to give you a little flip through of this afterwards, because first of all, I'm going to show you a little project today that I know once you have had a go at, you are going to be making loads and loads of them. So my kind of thing that I do when we go away on holiday is we always gather up loads of ephemera, we're going to call this, because this is truly what ephemera is, isn't it? It's a temporary thing, piece of paper, whatever, that is used for a certain purpose but is then discarded. But we love it because we repurpose them. So I went round, I collected loads of stuff. I collected, there was actually in our hotel, gorgeous hotel, there was like a magazine there that had lots of pictures in there from like Newcastle, some photos of our hotel too. So I cut those up. Didn't have enough space in my bag to bring the whole magazine with me because we were on the train. Everything was really heavy. So I just cut out what I needed and brought that back. I will show you those bits later, but I did pick up a couple of these lovely trifold leaflets. So I had a little thought, and I thought, right, well, I do love to collage. I don't collage very often, masterboard, that kind of thing. So I thought, right, I'll take some of these because the kit is full of these beautiful collage papers, but I love it when you break down a collage page even more. Does that make sense? So what I thought we'd do today is I needed to make some pockets for my beautiful journal, but I didn't want them to just be, I didn't want to just cut out a bit of the page. I wanted to do something a little bit different, kind of like honor the kit, because it really is very beautiful, and because there's lots of different aspects to it, I wanted to try and incorporate as much of that as I could. So I'm going to do a quick not tutorial, you don't need a tutorial on this, but I'm going to do a quick thing through with you how I did it, and then I'm going to show you then what I've done with them when they were finished. Does that make sense? I think it does. Okay, let's get on. So I printed out 2 extra pages here, and I just picked these 2 because they just were in front of me on the sheet, but they actually are beautiful colors, and it's so lovely. Actually, it's quite funny because I kind of been doing all my autumny stuff, and I had like a load of autumn bits and bobs out, but some of it actually went with this because Nat's actually got like this really lovely vintage text in the background of her papers. So yeah, what I was working with, it worked too. So that was good. Now, when I did my first batch of these, I actually tore these pages down like really small, like my little bits. In fact, I'm telling a lie, I didn't tear them down really small. I actually printed them out half size when I did them so that the images would be smaller. But I thought this time, well, let's do it full size and we'll see if the effect is any different. But yeah, so I'm literally just breaking them down at the point where maybe there's a line or not. I'm really not concerned about preserving like a whole flower or anything like that. If there is one, great, bonus, but I really want this to kind of be a bit of a mashup to see to see the effect of it really. You can do this, oh, isn't that beautiful? You can do this with other papers. You can mix in your book pages, you can mix in your background papers, whatever else it is that's on your desk that you're working with. It doesn't all have to be the imagery that you've got in front of you. In fact, I've got this here, this is and I like using these because there's a lot of oh, Nicky Knocky knew. I knew that was going to happen then. That doesn't want to take. Don't do this to me now, not a camera, come on. I haven't got time to get my cutter out. I've lost my really good metal ruler. I don't know what I've done with it, and I'm gutted because I love it, but it's just really good for tearing. This one is not so. You want a nice sharp edge, don't you? Really, when you're doing this. Here we go. I'm just picking these up a minute because they're quite neutral, and I just want to show you how the neutral can go. Oh, there's a ticket there too. That'll go nicely with it, won't it? Right, there we are. How the neutral can go in nicely with the patterns. So, sorry, I don't have any book pages on my desk. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, okay, glue stick. Let's get the show on the road. So I'm constantly glancing at my microphone that is on the stand in front of me, which I hope is really picking me up nice and loudly, because I know some of you have had some sound issues with me in the past. I'm really not a quiet person, so I don't know why my phone refuses to pick up my loudness. But yeah, so I've gone over to this like time mic thing now. But you're supposed to charge it for like 10 minutes before you start. And of course I'd forgotten, because I had intended to do this video like, I don't know, a week ago. I laughed. I did actually say to the girls in my admin team yesterday, I was starting to feel like I had a bit of stage fright, because it had been so long since I'd put the camera on. I had fallen into a horrendous procrastination paralysis. You know what that is? That's when you know you've got loads to do, you really want to do it, but you just can't. Yeah. And I was just doing everything except sitting down and making a video. In fact, it was that bad, I even turned out the boys' bedroom yesterday. I mean, if that's not just trying to kind of put off the inevitable, I don't know what it is. And I don't know why, because I love making videos. But I just don't know. I just felt like I didn't have anything to talk about, which was ridiculous, because I've got loads to talk about. Have you ever known me not have something to talk about? Even when I don't have something to talk about, I have things to talk about, you know? But yeah, I just wasn't there. I wasn't ready. So but I've been really looking forward to doing this. And I even made them all last week to show them as a finished product. And just, I don't know what happened. It's just been crazy. So, news, catch up. What's been going on? Well, oldest has now gone off to Bible college. He's now taken a degree in theology. We're all very excited, very pleased for him. And he was going to do it like distance learning. There's two different ways that you can do it with this college. It's like distance learning, they call it context learning, or you can go up and dorm. So I was like, oh, why didn't you go up and dorm? You'll really enjoy that. And he was like, I don't know about that, Mum. So he said, oh, well, look, they had to go up for like the induction week. So he was like, oh, I'll go up and give it a try and I'll see what I think. Oh my gosh, he'd been there 3 days. He was ringing me, Mum, I want to stay. I love it. It's brilliant here. I was like, right, okay, let's do it. Let's get it sorted. So he came home. That's why I didn't get my video done. Of course, last weekend, it was his birthday, bless him, last Friday. So it was a week ago. So I had to go and pick him up. Because and the induction week had finished, you know. So I went and picked him up, brought him home for the weekend. And he packed up all his stuff. Well, we packed up all his stuff. I'll say that very loosely. He also, bless him, had to help his girlfriend move the same weekend, because she's changed unis. So she's come from somewhere in like mid Wales to the uni near us. So he was helping her move in on the Saturday then. And then on the Sunday, I was driving him back up to his uni, and my car was like packed, but it was amazing. So he's all settled in now, and he's loving life up there. It's brilliant. He's got loads of friends. He's joined the gym. Oh, it's just amazing. And he sends me pictures every day. We got like a group WhatsApp, family group WhatsApp. So I just noticed he's just messaged now this morning. He's like first on there in the morning, always, you know, checking in with his brothers. How's everybody doing? That kind of thing. It's lovely. So yeah, just been amazing. And oh, I didn't mean to put that there then. Sorry. Just, yeah, great. Really exciting. And just such a change from where things had been going the last couple of months. So we're really, really pleased for that. Then Monday I had to take number 2. Sorry, my nose is running this morning. I put I've been my Beckonaise at my nose because I was cleaning the kids' room yesterday, and there's just imagine the dust. And my nose has been really bad this morning, so that's gone up there now, and now my nose is even worse. I wish I just left it alone now, but there we go. I'm sure it'll be fine later. Yeah, so on Monday then I had to get up straight up after I didn't get in till like 7 o'clock Sunday night, and then Monday morning straight up to take Rob to his uni in Swansea, which is like an hour and a half in the other direction from his brother. So I've got one in Malvern, which is like an hour and a half that way, Gloucester way. Beautiful part of the country, absolutely gorgeous. And then I've got Rob, then he's back down in Swansea. So, but he's moved, he's in different digs this year. So he's gone off campus this year now, and he's gone to like one of the student accommodation purpose-built places in the middle of the city, which is nice. So he's like right by all the shops and the foodery. His university is like right on the edge of the city. If you remember me telling you, he had that, you know, on that gorgeous beach. It's on the bay, it's called. He loved it there. He loved being by the sea and everything, and being able to just roll up and go to class, roll out of bed rather, go to class. But it was expensive for what it was. He gets quite how can I put it? My son is well, he's actually waiting for a test for ASD, but he's not waiting for a test for ASD because we think he's waiting for a test for ASD because we know. So obviously with his symptoms of ASD, he is quite certain about things being right and wrong. He doesn't like feeling like we're being ripped off, basically. So he felt quite strongly about that, because basically the campus was useless last year, and like they would have their water turned off without any notice. And I mean, the one day they had no heating and hot water in November, mind, for 48 hours. It was ridiculous. So yeah, he was not impressed with that. So he said, no, Mum, if we're going to pay all this money, I would like to think that we're getting good value. So okay, fair enough, love. But actually the place he's gone to now is really lovely. It's cheaper, but it's also really, really nice. They've got like a big gym downstairs, and like I say, he's right by the station. So if he does pop home, he's only got to walk up the road and get on the train, which is lovely. So yeah, so that was Monday. We zipped off down there. Obviously that took most of the day. Best part was, got up on Monday morning, having obviously driven all the way to Malvern the day before, and my blinking car, I got an electric car, I'm waiting to change it, it drives me insane. It hadn't charged. It hadn't fully charged. So I literally got up and I only had like 130 miles on my car, which is half the battery basically. And I know if I go to Swansea and back, that's the whole lot gone. And sometimes if I've driven down too quickly or whatever, I need to like recharge while I'm there, which is another whole drama itself. So there was no point me pulling faces or making a fuss. I just thought, right, it is what it is, chuck the charger in. I will have to find somewhere when I get there. Which I eventually did at like 2 in the afternoon. Of course, I had to hang around waiting then while my blooming car charged up. But there we are, it was all right. I had to like park in this bit of a sketchy, you know what sketchy means, don't you? It was a bit shifty. The multi-story I had to leave my car in. Then the charge thing wouldn't work, so I had to ring them. It was like just drama after drama, but only the car caused drama. The move went very smoothly, and his digs are lovely. He's really pleased, very happy, and he's all settled in now. So that's number 2 done. So that was like all day Monday, and then and then I got back. I must have got back about 6 o'clock, I think, Monday night, and then my Asda turned up. My Asda shopping, because like if I've got, I don't know, if I'm like doing something like big, you know, like moving the kids, all the other kind of tasks just get forgotten. So I was determined that everybody else that's still in the house was going to need feeding. So I made sure that I did my food shopping online, and then that was delivered. Like literally, as I say, I hadn't been in the house half an hour and it came. So that was a whole like half hour then putting all the food shopping away. Quick catch up with my youngest then, how his day had gone in school. Do tea, and then it was like time for bed. So when I got up on Tuesday, I did feel a bit like I'd been hit by a truck, but thankfully I am trying to get a bit more like organized with myself. I've had a really bad problem with my shoulders and neck for the last I don't know, gosh, it's got to be going on for about 4 weeks now. It's been really bad. I think it's arthritis in my shoulders, it is. But you know, it's not like the top bit, it's like, you know, the bit right in the middle. So if you like put your arm like in a triangle on your back, that bit you're smacking in the middle of your back, that there. And it actually started after I was making the autumn kit that I gave you all the other week. See, so it's your fault, you guys. No, I'm kidding. Because I was up again, hyper focusing. I was up for like 3 days until like 3 or 4 in the morning, finishing the kit. Oh, and it's terrible. I sound like a child. It's really bad. I need to kind of like get a grip, don't I? So yeah, and then because I was like hunched over, like my hand on my mouse like this, you kind of like body starts to take that shape, and I just haven't been able to get rid of it. So I had, with forethought, sorry, getting to the point, booked myself a massage. I never go and have a massage. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I can't even describe it. I went in, I said to the lady, well, I said to my mother, because I called in to see, oh, that's what I did too. So I went to see mum and dad in the morning to clean out John's room and just pick up last bits and pieces that he'd forgotten. And I said to my mother, I'm going for this massage tonight, mum. I said, and I feel like I need to walk in and warn the lady that this is going to go one of two ways. I'm either going to talk your leg off or fall asleep. So my mother just laughed. So when I did get there, the lady was so calm. She was talking to me like this. Well, I don't know if any of you know, but I'm actually kind of like mostly deaf in the one ear. So I was already like straining to hear what she was saying. So I kind of like just trying to lip read. And she was just, you know, welcoming me in and come on in. Would you like to tell me a little bit about why you're here? Blah, blah. So I was like kind of stood awkwardly in the doorway, explaining to her about my neck. And she said, oh, I notice on your thing you've got fibromyalgia and blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I said to her about my kind of mouse arm paralysis that was all completely self-induced, but was crippling me. Oh, poor thing. Come on, we'll get you sorted out. So I had no idea what she was going to do. You know, I just basically said, look, well, this is the issue. I don't know how to resolve it, but can you just get me working again? Because I'm broken. She was like, yes, come in, don't worry, be fine. So she's whispering like this. So I'm thinking to myself, right, well, this is going to be a really quiet massage then, clearly. She's a very quietly spoken lady. And I can't hear her very well, so conversation is going to be off the table. Because if I can't hear, I just don't talk then. Because otherwise I feel like I'm being rude by mishearing people. So anyway, I laid on the thing and she did my back and my neck, and then she did my legs, which was lovely, and she did my feet. Nobody's ever rubbed my feet. I've got horrible feet. I don't know if any of you have got rheumatoid arthritis, but if you have, you probably know what I mean. My toes are all bent and they're just not nice. I don't like my feet, and I don't like anybody touching my feet normally. But I think she did a bit of like, is it reflexology they do? Where they like, but now my pads and my feet are so tender. I really don't like anybody touching them. But oh, it was bliss. And I did fall asleep. Well, I didn't think I was, because I was so, I don't know if you've ever been in that point where like you're so conscious that you need to be listening and focus in case you're asked to like move or do something, that my mind was just like racing, because obviously she wasn't talking to me, so I was just like led there with my eyes shut, well, on my face at first, obviously, and my head was just racing all these thoughts, and I'm saying, right, Rachel, come here to relax and try and calm yourself down, try to just, you know, stop thinking. Yeah, that's gonna happen. And I did at one point catch myself do that. And I was mortified. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sure I just snored. So yeah, I must have nodded off amongst my chaotic thoughts. Oh, I'm a nightmare, aren't I? But yeah, long story short, it was wonderful. So it's going to take a few more days, I think, because I'm still quite sore. But my shoulders are not up around my ears now, which is a huge bonus. The calmness is still, I'm still waiting for that. Right, guys. Okay, so I've waffled you through my masterboard, which you'll have noticed I have done in quite an unusual way, not a way I would normally do a masterboard, as in I've used a lot of the imagery from the collage pages, and I have just put them on different ways, haphazardly. I've multi-layered some, but that's all fine. It'll all work out, and I will tell you for why now. Because what I'm going to do now, first things first, I'm just going to cut these pages down because they won't fit through my sewing machine otherwise. What I'm going to go and do now is stitch along every join and seam, and we're going to create a patchwork effect. Okay. Now, what I did when I did them before, I actually cut these down now, so I cut them in a shape ready to be pockets, and I think I managed to get 3 out of these. So I literally just kind of like looked at the size, and I just thought, right, well, that's a 1/3 there. Again, I wasn't concerned about what's on the imagery. I'm just gonna cut, and if you can't bring yourself to do that, turn it upside down and do it. Just a little tip for you there. I'm not worried about this bit here because I know that they're going to be too long for my book, so I'm going to just cut that off. And oh, just for the sake of it, just put a bit of gee whiz curly. Let's just put that there. Sorry, I missed that bit there. I do apologise. My waffling luck. Right, let's just cut that down. So yeah, cut them down now into your pocket shape. And then when you have done your pocket shape, sorry, just gathering up my little bits. So I had 1, 2, 3. Excuse me, sorry. And then again, I'm going to cut straight through here. Yeah, straight to that beautiful picture there as well. Don't worry, just go for it. I love that splatter on that page there. Oh, there's just so much to look at in these kits. They really are gorgeous, really gorgeous. Let's try and get that flower in there. And then, yeah. Now, don't worry if you've got little joins like this. What I'm going to just suggest you is go stitch around them all, okay? Stitch around all of your joins, everywhere where it meets one bit or another. And even if, like this one here now has turned out that there's actually only one join on there, that's going to be a bit boring. So even if you've got something, sorry, the hiccups now, if you've got something on the collage that looks like a seam, you can add a little bit extra in. Here, seam, seam, seam. That's not a straight cut, but it doesn't matter. And again, seam, there's quite a few on there, but don't worry about your rough edges. None of that will be seen because it will all be stitched around. So 10 now, use your imaginations now. 10 now, I've just zipped over to my sewing machine. I can't actually sew on those at the moment because they're still wet with glue, which is why I've done, here's some I made earlier. So I'm going to show you those ones because I'll explain that to you later. Right, now when I went and stitched mine and I cut them down, here they are. These are my finished ones. Oh, okay. Obviously I had 9. I've used some in the book. I'll show you those in a minute as well. But what I did do before I stitched, sorry, I forgot to mention that bit. What I did do before I stitched them was to get my journal and check the size of the page, because I thought I'm going to be devastated now if I go to put these in, because if you look, what I was using an A5 leaflet, okay, a pamphlet, but obviously it's too long, so I cut all those ends off, hence why I've now got all of these lovely little ends, which I will use. I'm going to use these as little snippet clusters, so I just need to do some fancy stitching on there, add a little bit of lace, maybe a button, and then they'll just go on the edge of my pages as clusters. So there's no waste. That's why I did the whole thing. But yes, so I'll come back and show you this in a second. So that's my finished effect. I'm actually super pleased with those. Now I haven't backed them because it doesn't matter. I'm going to use mine as pockets. Now obviously you can use this same process if you want to make tags. You can use it if you want to make, I don't know, you could obviously, as with any master ball, you can make any shape pocket or anything out of them. I specifically wanted to make these style pockets because I obviously brought back ephemera, postcards, things like that, and I just wanted nice, wide, deep pockets that I could just pop stuff in. I'm kind of like, sorry, my nose stitching, my memorabilia. But you know, obviously you do whatever shapes you want. You can do triangle pockets, anything you like. And then also you could also use these to make additional pockets over the top then. So if you really want, you can kind of like layer that up then, and then you'll have like another little tuck spot on the front. But obviously just don't forget to kind of match that up. Now, if you don't have a sewing machine, don't worry, because you can do this either by going across the seams with washi tape. We've talked again about this, is something I've mentioned to you, I know, in the past. You can washi tape over your seams and then have like, you know, little lines there. Obviously, I would suggest perhaps a thin style washi tape. I mean, I've got this one here. I probably wouldn't use this type because it's a bit busy, but I do also have some narrower ones like that, and you know, that would be ideal there on the seam, just to kind of you know, finish that off. Or if you've got something with a bit of a pattern like this, yeah, that might be great too over there. Again, it all adds to the design and the collage effect. Ooh, gosh, these things jumping around everywhere. The other thing, of course, is what was I going to say then? Oh yeah, you could draw on your stitching. Now, it'll be exactly the same, the effect, and if you want it to look really realistic, you could even make yourself some little dot lines and then just draw between those dots. You know, there's lots of, I'm now not being funny, gosh, with my reading glasses on, from here, I couldn't tell if that was actual thread or if that was drawn on until I touch it. But from there, and obviously to you guys, you wouldn't know the difference. So like I say, you could, if you wanted to, make yourself little faux holes. But I know a lot of us try to work the holes back in. I have, oh, there you go. Take your bone folder and just kind of like rub it back over. It will pop the holes back down. But I mean, if you really were going for the kind of like authentic look, you could do that. But otherwise, you could just draw zigzag lines on. You could draw little like dotted stitching on there. There's lots of different things that you can do. So please don't feel that you can't do this if you don't have a sewing machine. Now, what I also then did, I wanted to try something a little bit further to see if I could do something a bit extra with these. So once I'd done this, stitched them, cut them, whatever, they were ready to go, I then popped 2 of them through my embossing machine. And do you know what? I absolutely love them. So I used that Hashi folder that I got. I know I showed it all to you a couple of weeks ago when I did the fabric pockets, the faux fabric pockets, remember? No, they were fabric. Yes, and I made them, I did this with them and I embossed them. But I think that looks really cool. And I think, again, it brings out different aspects of the kit. Now, when you do that, I feel now, oh, I've kind of like lost a little bit of, you can then like add something on top. So you could put some words over it, or, you know, whatever bits and pieces you've got left from your kit. This kit has got loads of amazing ephemera pieces in it. You know, the little bits that we like to use that, you know, just to dress everything up. So I'm going to show you now really quickly where I've used them, and then I will just quickly tell you about your freebie, because it is Friday. I'm on time this week, guys. I know I'm a week late because they were meant for last Sunday, but I'm actually on time with a Friday freebie. So this is my travel journal. I'm so pleased with it, so pleased. And I have still got some bits and pieces left to go in. I still got some photos and stuff to go in, but for the most part, she's finished. I think I was in my procrastination paralysis as well, because I wanted to show you it with the stuff in. So I'm going to do really quickly, just flip through it and show you how I've utilised my pockets and stuff, and you'll be able to see these beautiful pages inside. So again, look, this is the sort of thing we pick up, just like anything. I've picked that up because it's got these lovely photos and images on there. We actually went to Tyneside as part of the race, and I saw these beautiful lighthouses, but I couldn't get near enough to get a good photo. So when I saw that, I thought, oh, I'll take that. We don't have to take all the pictures ourselves, do we, you see? But no. So kit page. Then I did these. I made while we were away, actually, in the hotel, because it's World Cup. In case nobody's noticed, have you not heard? Rugby World Cup is going on, and it kicked off the weekend we were away. So there were lots of rugby games on being watched, and I knew it was going to happen. This is why I took all this with me. So I was like, yeah, you watch your rugby. I'm just going to, there was a beautiful desk in the hotel. So I just sat at the desk and made all my little clusters and made all the beautiful pockets out the kit. This lovely trifold here. Even did a bit of stenciling on the back. Isn't that lovely? Look at that beautiful tag there. They are lovely. I wished I'd cut them down after then, because I may still, but there's another one there. Look, beautiful tag. So I've just added this bit of a lacy cluster. That there is a photograph of my train ticket tracker off my phone, our journey. That was coming back, that was. And I just thought, oh, that's cute. I'm going to put that in to remind me. Because you don't get paper tickets anymore, do we? So, yeah, I printed that off and I just stuck that on there. So that's my own bit of ephemera there, but it does just look like, you know, a bit of, you know, the kit or whatever. That is one of the I've cut that photograph out. We did go there. That was a beautiful cathedral in Newcastle. And that was the hotel we stayed in. That is out of the kit. So I've just made that into a little journal card. And that's a little bit of blurb there all about our hotel. Again, look for the ephemera. When you're on holiday, look for the information that is provided in the places that you're going to. This is another lovely pocket from the kit and these beautiful tickets. And then I've just popped in, that's a photograph I took in the castle, I believe. We went to, no, that was the cathedral, sorry. I thought that looks really cool, so I took that as a photo. There's two photographs there. I haven't used these yet. And then that there I cut out of a pamphlet that I found there. And that's one of the tickets out of our summer kit. So I've popped all that in there. Because like I say, I haven't quite finished yet, but there's a pocket there. That's out the kit. And this cute little flap as well. That was somewhere we went. These doors, they were on the front of a building. I can't remember now. But again, I cut this out of, I picked up just like a tourist book. And there were all these really cute photos in there. So, oh, these are some photos. We met Mo Farah. Yes, UK fastest man. And he signed Shaw's shirt, which of course then he had to go and run the race. And the shirt was sweaty, but he won't let me wash it. So I had to dry it, Febreze it. And he wants to frame it now because Mo Farah signed his shirt. It was lovely. Again, I made a little clustery thing. And this was actually some vouchers that he had in his race pack. And I just made a little notebook out of them. So, you know, anything like this you can use, you can keep. It's handy. This is the baggage label off the bottom of his race number. So I've stuck that in there to make a pocket. And this is just some of the collage paper. And I've just made a little flip note writing thing there with that. Use your scraps, guys, in any way or shape that you want. I love this page. This page is so cute. Isn't it lush? I just love the layering and the whole like travel journal feel about it. It is fabulous. I love it. This kit's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Back of the baggage label. Obviously we can write on there if I want to. There's a photograph we took. The Shaun the Sheep were all over the city. This was like our last evening there. This is after the race. We've been for a Hard Rock Cafe. Is that right? Yeah, we've been there for a burger and what have you. It's a post-race meal. The other amazing thing about this kit, of course, which you will have noticed because I put the little reel on, they actually did it in colour and in sepia. Never seen a kit done in sepia like this before. I got to be honest, I was sceptical. When I had the files come through, I was like, I'm not so sure about this. I don't quite know how I'm going to cope with sepia in the journal. I love it. The tone is just stunning. And I've just added these coloured bits just to show you that, you know, you can blend everything. But how lovely is that for writing on? Oh, I love it. So the whole kit is available in colour and in sepia. Massive, massive kit. And again, I made a little notelet out of this one. I just stuck that one in there. And I've used the tickets there to make a little tuck. This is one of the envelopes. As you'll see, I glued it onto the side there. Oh yeah, that's a point. That can go under there, I think. Yeah, there we are. And that's just a little writing spot there. And I've just done some collaging in there to, not collage, stencil in there to go with the, on the kit. There's also a little tuck spot there. How cute is this little belt? I love it. Oh, we did these ticket things, didn't we, before I went away? And then I've just used this to put our cinema tickets in. Yes, we went to the cinema while we were away. We went to the cinema because it was actually 34 degrees in Newcastle on the Saturday, and we just couldn't cope walking around. I know we sound like a big pair of sissies, but oh my gosh, it was just so hot. There was aircon in our hotel room, but we didn't want to sit in there all day, so we went and shopped in the morning, and then we went to the cinema in the afternoon. There wasn't any aircon in the cinema, but just by sitting still, it was nice. These are the photos I took out of that catalogue thing that was in the hotel, and these are photos that they are actually what our room was like. So I stuck them in here and made like a multi-pocket thing to put all my receipts in. Just chucked some washi tape at the side. You know, I've really kind of like rushed this, guys. I probably would have put a lot more time into it if I'd had it, but it doesn't matter. I just wanted to get the memories in, not lose any of the stuff, and just work with this lovely kit. So a lot of this has been done very quickly. I probably could have done it a bit more precise. I would have added a lot more stitching in normally, but I just wanted to get it in and get it done because I've got like 100 projects on the go. But actually I'm really pleased with it, and I think sometimes I do overthink things and it kind of stops me doing stuff. So this is the letter that was attached to the race number, so I've put that in it to make a little tuck spot. That is the door hanger for the hotel room, and I just tore, it was too long, so I just tore the bit off the top, and then I made a little flip with it, look, and that's, you can just fill it in if you want to have breakfast and stuff there. I cut that out of a magazine. I don't normally do that either, so I've just found so much fun doing this. I used some of these little clip arty bits that were in the kit then to kind of give me a little tab on there, a little bit of my lovely washi that I had at the time. There's another little tab there. I overcut that tab. It's not actually a funny shape like that. That was just me rushing last night. Love this page. I've added a bit of lace there because I put the tickets this side, so I stuck those on. But yeah, I just love, there's just so much going on. This is a leaflet from the castle, so I've just flipped that underneath me, my elastic. Again, another beautiful page to write on. This one here, this is in the kit as a, and I've put it on as a little flip flap, and I just stenciled on the back of there. The coffee dye paper, I've put this some lace on it, and then a little ruffle on there, and that there is a photograph. I printed I did like a collage of all our photos, well, some of the photos, and I printed them onto some sticky photograph paper. I must have been given it by Mum. I had like 4 sheets there. I don't know where they came from. I've never even come across the stuff, but they were brilliant. So I just printed it off, and then I was able to just peel off the back and stick them on. So I just stuck that over a cluster, and that I took in the castle, I think. It was just really interesting. It was like this like embossed thing on the wall. No, it wasn't. It was in the cathedral. I do lie. Sorry. A bit of lace on there, and I just covered over because our name and address was on there, so I just put a sticker on there. Then that's it of the kit. This is out of the kit, and I've just stitched around that. I've put our receipts in here and our little ticket thing from the visit in the castle. And then here, look, is one of the pockets I've just made with you guys. How cute does that look in there? And I've put it over one of the sepia pages. So I just think that goes really nicely together. It kind of pops. It's bringing out the imagery. And it's also big enough to put my lovely postcard in that we bought. So yeah, that goes in there. Very nice. A little pocket there. I've just popped that in halfway up the page. These are also out of the kit. Very lovely. I love this writing page so much. And then I popped in a couple of these. I was going to put some little bits and pieces in there. I did have the receipts in there, and then I took them out. So I'm going to just leave that there. So Edith Holden paper underneath. Again, we've got another pocket there ready for me to put in some more bits and pieces. I really enjoyed actually folding down. I usually just cut all my pages off. I was like, no, I'm going to just fold them in so I can write some stuff under here. I haven't done all my writing yet because I also want to show you guys journal first. And then I will write all about our holiday in there. That was just those little tickets I did the other week. But I thought the colours went very nicely with Nat's kit, so pop them in there. Again, another one of those lovely sewn pockets. And you see how many seams. Oh, I missed one there. Excuse me, that's my bad. Let me just pop that. I'll do that later. I missed a seam. That will annoy me if I don't cover that over. This also was in the kit, and I've just popped that on as a little flip flap. There's some vintage ephemera writing paper there. That's the first signature done. And then second signature, these were our travel passes for the tube and the bus on the day of the race. So I've just popped those in there like so. That was phenomenal that day. Absolutely phenomenal. We literally, he finished the race. We just got on the bus and the heavens opened. It was amazing, the timing, but awful for people that were still running and what have you. They got absolutely, well, the town and the city was flooded. They had to stop all of the metro and everything for an hour because there was just so much flooding. I just couldn't go with the timing of us getting back. It was amazing. And just as we stepped off the bus, it stopped raining. So it was literally like an hour of torrential rain. This year was a tag off bit of his kit that he bought. So I kept the tags this time. I thought I'm going to use them. So that's one of the photographs that I took in the cathedral. And I printed it off and I've stuck it on here. And then I've put some of this really funky washi tape that I've got that I can't find now. Oh, here it is. And it looks like old vintage torn paper. So I've just utilised that on there. And then the back of the sticker, this sticker, I then stuck in here. So you've got a little writing spot. So see, there's no waste. There's no waste. And I've just used a bit more of this cool thing. But I just think that looks quite cute in there. And then I got another one of these book page pockets. Oh yeah, there's some receipts in here that I did ink a bit. Yeah, that was funny because he did buy like an undershirt thing, but of course he bought a wintery one, thinking we were going to Newcastle in September. It might be chilly. No, so we're going to buy him a new one then for the hot weather. Another luggage label. This was from the 5K race, so I've kept that. Pop that in there with the other ephemera from the kit. But again, it's nice to get all the memorabilia. Pop a bit of lace on this. There's another lovely envelope from the kit. I haven't done anything with that yet. Just pop that in there for safekeeping. Beautiful, more lovely ephemera. Just so much lovely stuff in there. And I was so pleased because I got all my fussy cutting done. I wanted to do it on the train going up, but I couldn't because, well, that's a long story, but it took us a while to get a seat and it just wasn't conducive to being able to sit and cut. And then I had a bit of a panic and thought if I get scissors out on the train, they might not appreciate that, especially being as the size of my scissors. So I thought, no, I'll do that in the hotel room. Love this page, gorgeous, love the colours. That's out the kit. I've stuck that onto an old vintage piece of paper. There's another page there. There's just so much going on. I just love it. It's really lovely because I tend not to write a lot in travel journals. I tend to just keep stuff. Again, another label. I'll put a photograph on that when I finish printing them all. But it's nice to not feel obliged to do stuff with the papers because they are so busy. I had to take a photograph of this. I don't know if you can see. That was outside the cathedral, and it just tickled me that it was called Amen Corner. So I took a photo of that, stuck that in there. Lovely, more bits of ephemera, little flip. These are photographs that I took. I've just, inked and stuck them on like scrapbook style. That was the front of the castle. That was the bottom of the castle tower. Yes, it was. That was a heck of a walk up there. One of the lovely tags from the kit. This is a page out of that leaflet magazine I was telling you about. And I've popped that in. I just made a quick pocket there. Because our hotel was literally just by here. So this is looking out from the train station. We literally came out the station, walked across the road, and the hotel was right by here. So I've just popped that in there, so that was rather nice. And then I put a cluster on there. That dog leap stairs, that was fascinating. So I've cut that picture and popped that in there. And that was another lovely building. Newcastle is amazing, beautiful place to go. If you ever get the chance, I recommend you visit. Full of beautiful old architecture. Oh, that photo overexposed. I need to reprint that. But that was our meal in the Hard Rock Cafe after the race. Shaw's having a Guinness, love him. Get some iron back in. That was taken in the castle, I think. Castle was amazing. A lot of walking, but stunning. I don't see that. So again, that was just a tag off some clothing. I put a new bit of tassel on there, inked it up, and added some photographs. This has got another photo in it. There we go. That's us on the top of the castle. With I didn't actually take many photographs of us. I just took loads of the scenery, so I better put them in. And that was also a clothing tag. Look, I've put the photo onto the back of it, and that's just a little flip out pocket. A word I put there's a little tuck. These are all out of the kit. Lovely, lovely. That's I've left that to write in. And all these pockets come with the kit as well. So I did all, like I say, I did all of these while I was away, and I did the little clustery bits on them too. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Oh, that's going to go in there. I want to pop that in here because at the end of the race, just as Shaw came over the finish line, the red arrows flew overhead, over his head and mine. And I missed him coming through because I looked up, and as I looked up, he ran past me wearing the Welsh flag. So I was looking for his pancreatic cancer vest. Right, keep looking for purple and blue, purple and blue. And he went past me wearing white and green. How naughty is that? So I stood there for another 20 minutes waiting for him to finish, not realising he'd finished, because they distracted me. They put on an amazing show, though. It was lovely, and he was so pleased. They went over as he finished. But yeah, that it was just soft little, wasn't it? There he is there at the finish. We went down to their tent, take down all the sponsor information, and I said, quick, stand in, have your picky done. This was a card we had. We went into an arcade. I know, we have 42 and 39, I know, but we had to kill a bit of time before the film started, so we went in and played some of the games. But they didn't take coins in this arcade. You had to have one of these cards, which fascinated me, so I hang on to that, and I thought I'll put that in there. I'll probably take it at some point and use it to spread, you know, mixed media with. I put that over the address on that letter again. That's just a lovely picture there, one of the bridges in Newcastle. A nice postcard there of the castle. And I just used a paper clip to pop that over this lovely page. I'm almost there, I promise. And there's another one of those lovely pages, and I just popped a little journal card over it. I've stuck this pocket in. Oh golly, I can see I haven't done it straight now. Oh, never mind, I'm not going to worry. I've got another baggage label here, which I plan to do something with, but I just ran out of time yesterday. And then in here, I put this big pocket in because I can get these lovely big postcards in there. I have got some more postcards somewhere. This is a beautiful tag out of the kit. Ignore all of the stuff in front here. I'd already made this pocket from before. So this is an envelope, and I've just put a bit of collage over the front. I've put it in, I've taped it in with a bit of washi tape, so there's a writing space under there. And then when you open it out the other way, then you've got a little tuck spot then under there. So if you wanted to tuck something under there, then you can, and hide it away on that page. And then that's the last page. And in the back then I just got a pocket where I folded up my kit. This was the key card holder for our hotel key cards, which I will also do something with, but like I say, I've run out of time. So that, sorry, I'm going to cough. Sorry, that I'm very pleased to say is my pretty much completed travel journal. I've got a little glassine bag here with some little bits of pieces, but literally that is all I got left over. I have cut out and used all of the kit and all of the ephemera. I'm so proud of myself because I'm terrible sometimes for working with kits and having bits left over or not used. I've used everything. So I'm very, very proud of myself, but more so, it was super inspiring to work with, and the colour scheme was just perfect for me. I just loved it. And like I said, I was skeptical about the sepia, but they knew, they were bang on. These are beautiful pages, and the colour, the tone is lovely. Black and white, I don't think I could have gone for, but the sepia, that is a game changer. So kudos to you girls, because yeah, that was just really lovely, and I just thought it went really nice because it helped my journal kind of feel kind of oldie worldy, even though it was quite a modern trip, but Newcastle was very oldie worldy, so I just felt it really, it goes in there well, and I was able to then put some lace in there and it not feel out of place. Do you know what I mean? So my journal is a real eclectic mishmash, because obviously I've got stuff in there that I've brought from my holidays and stuff, which is why I felt these pockets were really appropriate to kind of blend that in. Now, the other thing, of course, what you can do, if you want to make these pockets, you can use your ephemera that you've picked up while you're away as part of the pages. So, you know, like we picked this up in the journal. Oh, I forgot to put these in. These are Shaw's crayon, what do you call it when you, you know, go over something? I can't remember what it's called. The word is probably on here. No, but anyway, you could go in and do this thing. So we've done this in a couple of cathedrals in the past, and I just put them in the journal. But I thought it was really cool. I can't think what the word for it is now. Rubbings. Yeah, okay, we'll call it that. But what I'm saying is, what you could do is you could tear these up and then use them then as bits and pieces in your collaged pockets. So that is your little idea for today. That is your new addictive technique. I really recommend you trying the embossing as well if you can. If you don't have an embossing machine, please don't forget the tip from Junction of Joy. And she showed us in one of our collaborations earlier in the year how to use embossing folders if you don't have an embossing machine. And it was very smart. And I think she does something like she wets the paper slightly, she pops it in, then she rolled a jar over it, and it worked. It was amazing. So do go check that out if you don't have an embossing machine. And again, like I say, if you're not able to sew, don't worry, you can do it with a pen, you can do it with washi tape. And then because this obviously was my subject this week, and I'm not totally certain that I will get a video out for this before Sunday, so I'm giving you this weekend's freebies today. And I've gone along the same theme, and I have made you some pockets, and I have done the same thing with these pockets, but they're already done. So they are stitched, and you've got these then summery, autumny colours. So I just felt they were really nice for this kind of time of year. And I've also done you a set of tags as well. There's actually 10 tags here, but I have attached them all, but there's a nice gap, so you can cut them down if you wish, but if you want to fold them and make little notebooks out of them, you can do that too. So you've got options with those there. So they are the freebies. They're over on our Ko-fi page. Please don't forget to go and check out the hashtag final days of summer. Go and check out what the girls have been doing. They have got challenges going on in their Facebook groups as well. So LineDotArrow's Facebook group, Haystack Crafty Creations as well. And I believe there's another one. I do apologise because I've forgotten the name of the group now. But I know if you go and check out one of the girls' videos, go and check out their launch videos, all of the information will be in there. And just in case you've forgotten, that's the details again. NonstopPapercrafts, LineDotArrow. Thank you so much, girls, for inviting me to take part in your collaboration and for providing me with a beautiful, beautiful kit for my lovely travel journal. I'm sorry if I've waffled longer than I intended. I do hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. And yes, have a go. Go and get, making your little collage boards now, and get your sewing machines out and have a go and see what you can come up with using this technique. And again, then just don't forget, there are freebies for you over in our Ko-fi page. I will be back tomorrow to do the draw for the journal, which I'm going to find very hard to give away this beautiful book. So I just hope I know it's going to go to a beautiful home, because it's going to go to somebody with a lovely big heart. So that's lovely. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful weekend, and take care. Bye bye.